welcome to this explainer. All right, let's just jump right in. If you're here, you've probably either signed up for your very first ballroom lesson or you're, seriously thinking about it. And hey, let's be totally honest. Walking into a dance studio for the first time, it can feel incredibly exciting, but also kind of intimidating, right? You're probably wondering, is everyone else going to know what they're doing? Or, right, are they going to make me do some crazy lift on day one? Well, the good news is absolutely not. Most studios specifically design their early classes to be super welcoming. It's all about clear guidance and really low pressure practice. So today, we're going to completely demystify the whole experience for you. By the end of this explainer, you'll know exactly what's coming. So here's our quick game plan for today. We'll start with arriving and getting ready, move into posture and basic footwork, and then tackle leading and following basics. After that, we'll look at partner drills and feedback, and finally wrap up with some tips for lasting confidence. All right, part 1, arriving and getting ready, the welcome experience. When you first walk through those studio doors, the very first thing you do is simply check in and meet your instructor. Easy, right? Most classes kick off with a really relaxed overview of the day. They might ask about your experience level, just to get a baseline. But listen, if you're panicking right now because you don't have specialized dance shoes, please don't sweat it. Comfort and correct technique absolutely take priority over having fancy gear. The whole vibe is low pressure, prioritizing your safety and comfort so you can literally just focus on learning. Moving on to section 2, posture and basic footwork. This is the warm-up. Okay, so once you actually hit the floor, the lesson truly begins. And Ballroom, it fundamentally starts with the body. You can expect warm-ups that really zero in on your posture and balance. But don't worry, you are not going to be memorizing complicated choreography right off the bat. The main priority here is simply staying connected. It's all about learning how to comfortably stand and move with another person. You're focusing on that basic partner connection and getting a feel for the rhythm way before the music ever gets fast. To help you find that rhythm, instructors will usually show you the difference between everyday walking, which, let's be real, is basically just a controlled fall forward, and actual dance timing. Dance timing is where you're deliberately transferring your weight from foot to foot. You're going to practice really small, super manageable movements first. This helps you learn to step right on the beat without the stress of thinking, wait, where do my arms go, or what's the next crazy step? It's all about building that rock-solid foundation. Okay, section 3, leading and following basics. Finding your role. Now, a huge goal of these early lessons is partner communication. And naturally, that brings up a pretty big question, one that causes a lot of anxiety, actually. Should you lead or should you follow? If you're sitting there right now thinking, I have no idea which one to pick, don't stress. A lot of beginner classes actually rotate roles, or they'll take the time to explain both sides to the whole group. You are definitely not locked into a lifetime decision in your very first hour. It helps to think of the partnership like a conversation. On one side, you have the leader. The leader navigates, indicating the direction and the timing. On the flip side, the follower responds with alignment and confidence. And this is key. The follower isn't just passively being dragged around the room. No way. They have a highly active role in maintaining that connection and interpreting what the leader is signaling. Breaking down these specific responsibilities really helps take the mystery completely out of partner dancing. But hey, let's be completely real for a second. It is totally normal to feel a bit out of sync at first. Your body is learning a completely new way to communicate. So yeah, it might feel a little awkward initially. But the awesome thing is, that awkward feeling, it goes away incredibly quickly with just a bit of simple repetition. Next up, section 4, partner drills and feedback, the practice phase. All right, this is where you actually start putting some miles on your dance shoes. But relax, you aren't doing exhausting 3-minute routines on day 1. Instead, you'll be running through short, structured partner drills. You'll practice basic step sequences and turning techniques to really simple counts. Often, you'll switch partners, which is fantastic because it drastically builds your adaptability to different leading and following styles. And through the whole process, you'll be getting frequent, specific feedback on your fundamentals from the instructor. Now, a quick note on that feedback. Good instructors do not frame corrections as mistakes or failures. You aren't doing it wrong, you're just making normal adjustments. Early on, corrections are going to be about things like taking the right-sized steps or keeping your frame steady, which, by the way, is just dance jargon for how you hold your arms and upper body with your partner. These are simply necessary little tweaks to make your next attempt even smoother. And finally, section 5, tips for lasting confidence, the send-off. As the lesson winds down, your instructor will usually gather everyone up to review what you've learned, like how to count the music and hold your posture. But to make sure your first class is a total win, keep these 5 quick tips in your back pocket. Number 1, arrive a few minutes early, just to get comfortable. 2, wear shoes that feel stable. 3, expect repetition. Early training is all about fundamentals, not complexity. 4, communicate. Just telling your partner, hey, I'm new, goes a long way in keeping everyone patient and on the same page. And number 5, seriously, never compare yourself to others. Everyone in that room is starting at the exact same place. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Are you ready to build momentum towards smoother turns, stronger frames, and just far more confident dancing? Remember, your first lesson is absolutely not about looking flawless. It's simply about understanding the foundations: posture, rhythm, and partner connection. Once you get past that initial learning curve, I promise a whole new world opens up. Hopefully, this explainer has empowered you, completely removed the mystery from the process, and left you itching to finally get out there on the dance floor. Thanks so much for joining me, and happy dancing!